Hey everybody, welcome to 608 Fab. I don't do a lot of product reviews, but I do like to do a customer service review when customer service reviews are needed. You'll never see a negative on this channel. Bad news always travels too fast as it is, so if I have a problem with a supplier, you'll never see a negative. But positives, you'll always see a positive review on this Facebook, YouTube channel, whatever it is, wherever I post this, whether it's Facebook or YouTube, that's where you're going to see positive reviews. I might ultimately give you some pros and cons of a product, but they're always going to be in a positive fashion. Now, Tom Woods Shafts has supplied every shaft on this thing since I started ordering custom shafts for it. I am on the original rear shaft. Never had an issue with it. Haven't wrecked it yet. So that thing has been holding up really good. We might ultimately start finding weak links now that I actually have power and performance when I'm uphill, sideways, kittywampus with that new Aces EFI system, which in my opinion is how I killed this front shaft. So in the Badlands for the Ultra 4 races, day before we actually had to start putting in work down there with the race ops on the recovery side and course clearing side, I killed the front shaft. I killed the front shaft not because of the shaft. That's the first thing I want to say. I killed the shaft because of poor suspension geometry, too much droop, and axle wrap. So that is what ultimately killed the shaft. So I haven't posted the full video of actually how I did the repairs to that to hopefully combat that in the future. Bleepin' Jeep did a great review of how they did their axle wrap mitigation program. I'm pretty much copying that. So, but shout out to Tom Woods. So I'm 45 years old. I have never had anything get lost in shipping in all the years I've been buying stuff and shipping it across the country. At least personally. Sure, on the day job things we're shipping constantly and having things shipped in, and things do get lost, but not lost forever. So a few weeks ago I ordered a shaft with Sean. Sean's kind of been my go-to guy there. We just bounce an email back and forth and magically a shaft shows up and my credit card gets swiped. All good. He's also helped me with the problems I've had in the front of this thing over the last 4 or 5 years. So obviously knowing we have issues other than the shaft, right? So quick synopsis on this parts order. I needed a new lower shaft. I also needed a new offset U-joint, which I decided I'm going to get 2 offset U-joints, so I had a spare because I run offsets at the bottom and the pinion side and transfer case side. So, which is kind of a no-no. It starts shaking at about 35 miles an hour. If I'm in 4-wheel drive with the hubs locked in, I really probably shouldn't be driving more than 35 miles an hour, at least for a long period of time. But, and we knew that going in. Sean's like, man, your angles are mediocre. Everything else is that you've built is mediocre. And this is your only option. So you might get some shake. And, well, I got some shake. But back to the shipping conundrum. UPS lost the first bottom half and 2 U-joints in somewhere in Illinois. This thing made it from Utah with Woods to somewhere not that far away from me and vanished off the face of the earth. We gave it a few days, he called UPS. I gave it a few days, I called UPS. Finally, it got to the point where this thing ain't moving. I need a shaft. What do we do? And Sean said, I'm gonna build you a shaft and ship one out, and I'll get a hold of UPS and I'll deal with it. And my response to Sean is, if for some reason that shaft magically shows up, we'll figure it out when that shaft magically shows up in 3 weeks or a month or 2 years from now. But he just said, screw it, I'm building a new shaft. I need it for next Wednesday. Today's Sunday, actually, of Memorial Weekend. I need this shaft. And for leaving town on Thursday night or Friday, whenever we're leaving. But huge shout out to him. like I say, he supplied a new bottom. He didn't require me to buy an upper, the input side, the male side, because I run that weird 14-inch slip yoke. So because as this suspension droops out, the axle moves away from the transfer case, and it requires this crazy abomination of a drive shaft. And Sean at Tom Woods has been freaking awesome. So positive review. I know there's a lot of drive shaft manufacturers across the country, but every time I've needed something after I became one of their customers, it's a phone call or a couple emails, and it just shows up. So shout out to Tom Woods Shafts, Sean up there, his whole team. I believe I've talked with a Troy on the phone while this thing was lost in shipping, and or the other one was lost in shipping. This is the shiny new one. So give these guys a shout. Not sponsored, they've never done anything for me other than killer customer service and building some stuff that has worked out very well for my Jeep, even though I built my Jeep and it doesn't always work that good. So thanks for watching. Need to order a shaft? Call Tom Woods. They'll get you hooked up.